Yeah, Surender, you know, was student in the very first batch, and he went to IIT Kharagpur for medical imaging. Okay, uh, so we did not have a lot of data or information about that particular program, but now that he is there, I heard many nice things about that program compared to general biomedical engineering programs at IITs. Okay, so I thought we'll invite him and talk to him about his experience about the program and all those details. And in the meanwhile, uh, I thought if we share some of the projects that he is currently doing, you'll also get some idea of what you would get to do with it. So that was a conversation that's going on. So Surinder, can you briefly start with your your gate experience, co-op experience, and then why? How did you pick MIS and from the?
Initially, my gate score is not that high to speak of. Like I got only 450s, I guess. But that time actually, that is actually more than the qualifying gate score in most of the IITs, except Bombay and except Bombay, I guess. Other than that, I was able to apply for all the. Even Bombay had, I guess, 400 or 50 was the cutoff. So I applied in every IIT.
Mhm.
And also, I have to mention that who are applying for co or applying for admission, they should get an OBC NCL certificate. That is the thing. It's actually main thing for their application process,
Mhm.
which I have actually struggled for a month. Actually, that is actually the main thing. Maybe I got into IIT Kharagpur and actually got it in the first round itself. It is actually that certificate is very important, saying that if you don't submit that certificate, you are just as is considered as general category, which actually puts you in a condition where the cutoff you may not even get you are actually eliminated in the for initial stage itself.
I see.
So it's better
And
people should.
so one question is
And
within OBC, is there a creamy layer, non-creamy layer, or just all OBC is non-creamy layer?
No, sir. It is actually depend upon the parents' income. Like if the parents' income is less than 8 lakhs, they are treated as non-creamy. It is they are treated as non-creamy layer, and above that is creamy layer. So you should
Oh,
get a certificate saying that. I mean, providing the income certificate to parents should upload while for registering the respective IITs.
I
That
see.
is so
Okay.
important.
Oh, it's a
Which
combination
I
of
was
category and I
get
mean.
to know only during the application.
Mhm. Okay, so that is good to know. Thanks for letting us know. I also informed the group about this. So
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
combination of
I even spoke with.
uh, yeah, continue.
Yes. Yeah, with even with the OBC, OBC, there is a yeah, that is where the OBC NCL comes into play. If you don't submit the NCL, you just are considered as general category. Some IITs if you don't submit to IIT Roper, I'm not sure about it was three IITs which said if you don't submit the certificate, you will be considered as general. I still remember the Roper was the first IIT. I remember that because
I see.
when I was submitting the application, I didn't have the OBC. Like I was actually applied in the in my government website, and they said it would nearly take a month. I didn't even have income certificate. So I first applied income certificate, which took me like 15. And after that, I had to apply for OBT NCL with that income certificate. So it took me nearly a 1 month process. And during that time only, I was applying for all IITs. So because of that, I mailed to each IIT admission portal saying that sir, I have only applied NCL to my in my government's website, and it takes certain amount of time. So I said if I got seat in your IITs, I would definitely will show the during the document verification, I will provide the certificate and stating that I'll mail them. They said it's okay, and but IIT Roper didn't accept it. If you don't submit the OBC NCL, you will still be considered general disabled. So it is actually important thing. I think I spoke with your the current batchmate, Modi, Prince Modi. I even said to him to tell about this to everyone in the class.
Okay. Perhaps he might easily forget because he may not be applying this year, but I will let them know. Okay. Okay. I think crucial information, surely I'll pass it on. And then, so let's focus on again medical imaging. What was the cutoff for medical imaging? Do you know about do you know it for various categories?
Sorry, sir. Man,
Cutoff for medical imaging
here,
at KGP?
not sure.
Oh, you're not sure.
Sir, you are breaking.
Okay. Can others hear me?
Can someone please confirm? Is it my network is bad or sir's network is bad?
You have a reasonably strong network.
Okay, then my network is bad, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. In fact, I have trouble hearing you. So probably it scares.
I think the campus Wi-Fi is not working.
I say that is okay.
And then
So cutoff for various categories.
then I mean, 1 second, sir. I'll cut off my video. Then I take it up. Uh, I'm still audible, right, sir?
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah, since I'm using my audio, it is reaching much up network times. So I mean, as of now, I mean, only 5 of us are from BME. Okay, I mean, why of us? And actually, we have 19 students. I mean, altogether, I mean, combining medical imaging informatics and biomedical engineering. Okay, 19 students, and which 14 are from medical imaging and 5 are from biomedical. I mean, I'm saying the department wise. In the 14, only 4 of us are from BM Gate. Okay, I mean, who wrote BM Gate papers, and others are from instrumentation, CS, and EC. Okay. For ECE, the cutoff was 550.
Okay.
555 was my friend who got into the medical imaging, and CS is also 525, nearly 525. Actually, we can say 500 is actually the minimum cutoff for last year, for all departments, I guess, which is eligible for this medical imaging. 500. That is the minimum cutoff they asked last year. I'm not sure about this year, but this was the cutoff for departments eligible for medical imaging. And uh, so subject wise, it is actually an interdisciplinary subject. Like both the biomedical and medical imaging has same same electives and papers. Only some like say we do have like a medical imaging students have a medical imaging like one or two subjects which is different from others. They used to have anatomy, and we had medical imaging. That is the only difference. Like 1 or 2 subject will vary. Other than that, everyone is every people have the same subjects.
Okay.
And project wise, it is actually like the students idea. If you can choose any department's project, like you can choose a triple E project. I mean, here we don't have any like say restrictions to choose a faculty or guide or the project type. We can choose any department faculty as your guide, or you can choose any project as you wish. Unless and I mean, most of us are actually planning here to do research. I mean, as of now, I tried. I mean, contacting my seniors. They were 14. I mean, sorry, 19, and which I think only 7 sat for placement, and others are doing their research here. And some are doing continuing the PhD, since this is actually a joint PhD program. You can convert it to PhD if you are if you're, I mean, there is some criteria. So if you're able to I mean, if you're able to satisfy the criteria, you can just continue with your research work on the way. I mean, continue your PhD. Okay. So most of us are doing PhD, and only 7 sat for placement. I think I don't want to talk about placement here, because like the reality of placements, it's mostly mostly coding based. Like, since we are doing deep learning, AI, machine learning, all those things in your department, is actually like mostly coding related companies who usually hire us. And I think two of our biomedical seniors got placed into two core company. I guess I'm not sure it is G or Siemens, but one is Siemens. One senior is placed in Siemens.
Can you see?
Siemens, okay. So, but I'm not sure about. I'm still not sure about the placement offers here. To be frank, but the quality of education is really good over here, and the amount of exposure you have is very high. So I would suggest. I mean, if it can be your it can be your last choice to choose medical imaging informatics here at IIT Kharagpur.
So you are saying it can be the last choice. Why is that?
Because I mean, it is actually mostly I mean, like people from biomedical background, where we used to have like instrumentation based reading. Here we don't do instrumentation based reading. Like say we don't study about instrument. Only two subjects is considering instruments, and others are mostly imaging and deep learning or coding part. So simply it's that. So people who's thinking to do hardware based things, hardware based projects are the future kind of thing. I think it's last for them, because like they would have planned something like do some model or hardware type of projects in the future, right? So for them I'm saying that.
I see. Okay.
But it is actually a really good department. It is since it is since the interdisciplinary, and here you actually like you. I mean, I'm not sure about the IIT, but here you will be interacting with a lot of persons, research scholars. Like I here met, I guess, 10 to 12 doctors who are doing different researches, and also my seniors who's doing research in uh, different channels or different let's say so, different ways. Some are doing on ECG, some are doing on EEG, and someone is doing in image processing, and someone is doing on deep learning. One of my seniors is doing on deep learning. So it is actually like each one is doing each different projects. So you can learn a lot from them. If you, I mean, also you could choose only one path among them if you are interested in one such topic. That is what I get. So
Okay, and in fact, I want to get into the projects, and the curriculum, and in um, in some depth. But before that, the cutoff for essay candidates.
once I mean I have a friend from Messi. I'm not sure. I did ask his cutoff, but I can ask him. He's not here now. He went out. So can I get back to you after getting knowing his cutoff?
Sure, yeah,
Sure about his
please.
cutoff. I can sure.
Yeah,
I'll ask him and I will let you know, bro.
yeah.
Sure.
The reason is, so this time actually the paper seems to be so hard
Yeah,
that
sir. I mean, yeah.
even about 120 candidates or something like that only cleared the BM paper.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
say someone close to rank 120 has a cutoff close to 120 out of 1,000. So now their rank is 118, but their cutoff is close to 120,
Yes.
150, something like that. We are just wondering if it's any chances of getting. But just let us know the previous year cutoff. That would help. And now,
Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
okay, but at least
I'll ask my friend and we will let you know.
okay. But the other cutoff, the general OBC cutoff, the general category cutoff that you mentioned, seems very
Sorry, sir.
promising for
Please,
some of the 400, 500.
I was not.
Yeah, no, the other cutoffs that you mentioned are actually very promising for some students here in the meeting. Okay, 500, 550 and all very likely, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They
Right.
can.
Okay. So I think,
I think even even if it is not in the first 3 rounds, they will definitely get in at least three or third or fourth, fifth round. I'm sure about that. They would get an offer from IIT Kharagpur from medical university department.
okay, exact.
Okay.
So,
But also I'm not sure about the other departments who are actually planning to.
mhm. Okay. So Uh, okay, students from other department. Okay, then, and you also said it's a good idea to keep this as a last option just in case you want to explore instrumentation and all that because this is you get
Yes,
to learn it.
since
So now then my question is, so you mentioned say project on deep learning, and you mentioned some project on telemedicine website, and you also mentioned a bioinstrumentation project. So if you take deep learning, how well would it
yes,
compare against specialized data science program? I know you're analyzing images, but how well does it compare with say someone does a data science say in one of the IITs, BSc or something like that? How would it compare? Because I'm asking this because now any skills that one a student learns, any expertise in deep learning and things like that gives them an advantage in placements.
sir,
Hello.
skill. So like, I don't know because like I think the Wi-Fi is very much slow. Can I disconnect and connect again using my mobile data?
Sure.
Actually,
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah.
it's not. I'm not able to hear it properly. 1 minute. But
Okay, so I think while he joins back, we started this thing in time. If any of you have any questions, raise it now. Else, we'll just talk about some of the projects and about the curriculum. Then we'll wind up. We scheduled it for 30 minutes, and we'll try to keep it uh, close to that thing. So Nilay, you have any questions?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Nilay. Any?
Sir, I want to ask Surender that was there any interview questions for the field of medical imaging?
Okay. You want to know about interviews? Okay, sure. Once it connects back, we'll certainly check with them back. Anyone else has any other questions? Okay. So yeah, we will briefly do it once he gets back, but it would also be a good idea, to actually connect with them once you have an interview schedule. Say they call you for an interview, it's a good idea to talk to either Surender or someone in the department personally. Get contacts. Okay, and most students will be willing to talk. But we'll also hear from Surender right now. And then yeah, let him get back. Akansha, what is going on? So medical imaging, is there any non-gate option like that? Any of you know that? Or only gate? Okay, cut off interview questions. Any questions about curriculum? So Kishore Randal is working with images, data analytics and all that, right?
Sir, can we ask him if he knows anyone who is a non-gate candidate over there?
hello, sir.
Yeah, Surinder, we can hear you. No, let me also stop my video so that we improve the bandwidth.
Sorry, sir. Actually, like, actually, the Wi-Fi signal is here is poor, so I couldn't uh, hear you properly. That's the problem here.
Okay, it's fine, man.
You're able to hear me clearly, sir.
Yeah. To some extent, I can at least certainly hear you without breaks.
Okay. Am I audible for others? Please, someone confirm.
Yeah, one of them confirmed, so you're audible. So
What was the question you were asking? Sorry, can you please
now we have a couple of questions. First is is there any non-gate option at IIT KGP specifically at imaging medical imaging?
As of now, no, sir. But there is another jam, which is actually like similar to GATE jam, through which we can get into IIT KGP. I'm not sure about I'm not sure about the details of the jam exam, but some people from medical physics get into IIT using the jam exam. Yeah, we spoke with some of our medical physics students. They get into so they cleared jam exam and got into IIT Kharagpur. And I'm not sure if there is some self-financing kind of course like IIT Hyderabad. I'll ask my seniors about that, and let you know. Sir.
Sure.
It
Okay.
was,
Fine. Sure. Okay. I think
but-
yeah, that answers. I
but
think JAM has like physics, chemistry, math, perhaps might be biology, 4 papers. Science, only
Mm,
4 science
yes.
papers. So
But for my MTech as of now, only gate is the only thing, I guess.
I see. Okay. So okay, that answered one question. The second question is: are there interviews, and what kind of questions do they ask in interviews?
Sir, but during this COVID, there was no interview. But they were interviews conducted before the COVID situation. Actually,
Mhm.
like I spoke with a PhD scholar. Like she graduated from Kharagpur, like say 7 years before.
Mhm.
She got into Kharagpur, clearing gate, and then I had a meeting with the officials. She said they would ask you simple basic questions, like it's not more complicated. They would simply ask you like if they are from say instrumentation side. Mostly the instrumentation was the paper they most of them were writing those days, so they would ask some instrumentation part questions. And if it is what's an CS or EC student, they would ask us they would ask them maybe MATLAB MATLAB based questions, or some it is actually said basic questions. It's not complex questions. It's actually basic questions which is asked in interview. She said she got in. It was actually like she graduated 7 years before, so like it is I guess 8 to 9 years before. I'm not sure about it. I guess now most of the PhD scholars are having interview. Not MTech students are called for interview. Only research scholars are called for interview. So
Okay.
even if they're asked, it should be basic one, not uh, more like say more hard type of questions. It should actually be. Someone asked,
Okay. Fine. And there is one more question. Okay, if you um, if not for MTech, are there any direct PhD or research programs without gate, or is there a gate cutoff for say direct PhDs or something like that? Is
uh,
there a direct PhD?
no, sir. Actually, no. I mean, if you're doing a direct PhD, then you should be from IIT based. Like one should be from one of the IITs for doing PhD. But I'll ask I'll ask some my seniors to confirm it. Is MS offered to SMST department?
Okay, so someone has a video on. I don't know who the is. So Deva, we'll give you a different chance. I think they speak. So that time,
Mhm.
we'll invite you sometime in the future. You could have your video on.
Sure.
Kishore has a question. So is MS offered through SMST department? SMST, what is that?
I mean, it's School of Medical Science and Technology. That is actually my department. SMST and MMST. MMST contains doctors. SMST contains MTech graduates, and it's actually like SMST contains 20 different branches, which includes medical kind of field kind of departments like medical physics, biomedical, medical imaging, instrumentation.
Mhm.
Such kind of instrument departments come under SMST.
Mhm.
Okay, so SMST is offering research based. I mean, MS, I'm not sure, but it has MTech and PhD as of now. MS, I'm not sure. SMST has a and you mean MS in sense you're asking direct MS admission, or you're asking through gate? Okay, sure. Can you please elaborate with your question?
No, yeah, hi Surakash. I'm asking through GATE only, like MS in, so there is MTech in medical imaging. So if we choose MS, we can work on the research statements of medical imaging problems, not like that.
Yeah, I mean, as I said earlier, it is actually like a joint PhD program. You can convert the MTech into PhD direct way. It's not an MS program. It is actually joint PhD program. So like you can extend your research period to up to 3 to 3.5 years, I guess, after MTech. So it's actually like if you want after doing your MTech, finishing your MTech, you can extend it for 3 to 3.5 years for doing a PhD. Like it's a joint PhD program, not a MS program. And
But MTech will be completed in 2 years, right?
for SMS, yeah, for MTech you will be doing 2 years. If you want, you can extend. I mean, if you want to do PhD, like as I said earlier, it's actually a joint PhD. We can change the MTech directly into PhD, so you don't have to spend 2 more years extra for PhD. Like if you're doing a PhD separately, you have to spend 5 years now. So if you're doing joint PhD, it's actually like 5.5 years. It's like with MTech. So that's how seniors are doing here.
Okay. Generally, in a department, they offer both MTech as well as an MS in certain streams. So that's why I asked whether if there is MTech in medical imaging, so there should be an MS provided by the semester department or not like that. In the same area.
I can get back to you what are the departments coming in SMST which provides MS that I can do, but for medical imaging informatics and biomedical it is not MS, it's actually completely joint MTech, joint PhD program.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
get back to you after confirming it. This like I do get to know a lot from here. Since I'm in campus, I can get to you regarding the departments which provide MS in SMS.
Are you
I
aware
can
of the
surely get you
placements? Yeah. Are you aware of the placements at after MTech at medical imaging and informatics?
It's mostly it's as of now it is mostly coding based companies which is hiring MTech. Actually, last year there's only say 250 companies were allotted for medical imaging and for biomedical. Actually, there is a system which is where it is actually like each department does not is not eligible for all the offers which all the companies which is coming in the placement drive. So like say if the total companies coming in is 500 to 700 range, some departments are only allowed 200 to 250 max, and some departments are allowed 400 to 700. So it depend upon the students who are doing projects in their respective departments, because based on the projects and their experience, the department does have many programs, many placement offers. We have asked our department coordinator to. Last year we had only 250 companies which came in for a placement drive. So we have asked the management to change us into circuitous drive, which actually has 520 companies which comes into placement drive. So like it is twice the amount of offers we'll be having. So I'm not sure about the as of now. Like 8 people sat, 8 of my seniors sat for the placement, and 5 of them are got placed. Okay, so I don't think the placement is. I won't say it's not too bad or not too good, but the packages are average. I would say the minimum is 12 and the maximum is 24. So it's a good level of packages over here. But when you go for core, only last time only 2 or 3 core companies came. Okay, so for biomedical there is 2, but for medical imaging, oh god, I think five, five companies which is core based. So, like others are coding based. Like since we are learning deep learning and image processing, those companies also I mean allow us to start for they would sit for placement. So it's actually like we only after my placement process I would know and completely, because since last year there was only some restrictions for the seniors to sit in some companies. We are not sure about the placement offer yet, but but soon I guess. Yeah, but soon, I guess by we have a meeting with the placement coordinator next month. After exams are over, we will be having a meeting with placement coordinator for switching our branch to circuitous branch, which has 520 of companies. So after then only we will know our department's department's placement offers.
So I have another meeting scheduled right now. So, but I have a last question.
Sure, sir.
Okay, let's take applications of AI in imaging. Okay, yeah, be it medical imaging. At the end of the MIS program, how well are these students how well can they compete with, say, a CS student who did data science or, say, data science or AI? How well can these students compete with for placements?
Okay, so I mean, that's a good question, but yeah, I mean, we are actually, most of the deep learning AI is taught by in AI as well as CS department professors. So it's not completely different professors taking different. So the like CS professor, AI professor, department professor is teaching us, and also the CS department students. It's not a completely different profession. Our own self drive, which makes us into like if you are doing your projects. I mean, if you're doing your projects well, you're definitely able to compete with the CS students. I can assure you that, because the I mean, I would say like in the deep learning, they have 240 students. It contains both UG and PG, and it contains both our department, CS department, EC department. So it's actually like say common for all. So like a common so class. So yeah, even PhD students are there. So it's common for all. Like you will be able, to do work with research scholars as well as UG students. Like some CS students. Like in the last semester, one of my classmate did an AI project with the CS student from BTech. So I mean, whichever of course, like CS students more experienced than us. But when we do projects, like when we work with them, we would be able to know the things they are learning too, right? So it is our self drive which is actually making us compete with CS students.
Okay, fair point. Self drive, right? Okay,
Yes.
that makes sense. So I think, yeah, I have scheduled another meeting, so we should. If any other questions, we should take it offline. And anyway, if you have interview or
Sure.
something like that, I think you should reach out to Surender and then get some tips just before the interview or something.
Sure.
That. And thanks a lot, Surender, for for spending time with us, telling us about MH department and all that. So wish you very good luck. Whatever you want to, whether you want to do research or whether you want to do placements, best wishes. And for others over here, good luck with your core. So let's wind up.
Oh, thank you.
I'll keep you posted on other events that will plan. Okay? So, and please show up on time so that we can schedule things properly. Okay. So bye everyone. Have a good.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, everyone.
Sure. Yeah. I think go ahead. Just tell me the kind of things you're doing. What I want to hear is, of course, you would have done projects and all in your UG, right? But there is going to be some difference between your UG college and, say, medical imaging at IIT KGP. You would have felt some.
Yes, sir, definitely.
Yeah, I would like to
Yeah,
get some
definitely.
idea about.
I mean, in UG, actually, like we pretty much did nothing. I mean, if I'm compared to KGP, like yeah, that's the real thing. Like there, we used to do only one end semester project, which most of us would really don't do. Like they get it from some project center, or so only like a handful of people who used to do the project sincerely, the end semester project. But here the thing is completely different. I mean, as an IITian, you should be able to do something for the subject you're learning. Like let it be let's say even it is a small basic subject or is an advanced level subject, like say basic subject in sense. And if it is in even a theory, you should be able to like completely analyze and should take it to the another level. That is what the basic thing is like. I mean, that is the thing here. Like Vina, I mean, can I talk in Tamil?
Yeah, Tamil is fine. Sure.
Sir?
Yeah, Tamil is fine.
Okay. Like அப்படின்னா நம்ம yeah, I mean, இப்போ வந்து like competition, I mean, neural coding of such information ஒரு subject I'm studying. Okay, like it's actually like a continuation of a previous subject, neural coding. So like where I'm supposed to encode someone's in the meet, I guess.
Yeah, you just continue.
So Sir, where I'm actually like using it's not like where I'm using my MATLAB skills. So like what we actually do is like we mathematically model the sensory organs like auditory system or visual system. We actually code that thing. I mean, it is actually like it is already it is already done by some other scientists or researchers, but we are trying to implement in our known way. Like that is actually done before, like say 30 years before. Like auditory system was modeled by someone 30 years before. And then we are actually like it is not actually fully modeled. They have actually like say this might be the original model which is actually happening. It's their perspective. You cannot say simply this is the actual one which is happening in a human body, right? So they can they can say this might be the thing actually happening. So what we are doing thing is like we are basically studying those model. And if in case if most of us are actually like in that class, most of us are actually doctors. So who did the MBBS and doing the research in their respective fields. So what they are trying to do is actually like they are actually they are very much well versed in anatomy and physiology kind of thing. So they have seen patients. They have monitored patients for some, so like say hearing aid loss patients or some sort of thing. So they are planning to like design a model which actually could help them to regain their hearing, like without actually using hearing aids. So that's how they are planning here, like in the lab they are doing. I haven't been to the lab, but this is what I heard from the researchers. Research work they are doing. That is one part. And the other thing is we are planning on we are doing a website actually, like a telemedicine website. So it is as of now we are doing 6 projects. Like each paper has each own project. Second one is telemedicine website. I can show it. Yes.
Okay, I think
Sir, how to share the whole screen here?
so just share screen and yeah.
Uh, no, it's showing something different. It is showing whiteboard or universal access authentication. I'm not able to assume is very much new to me, sharing screen. So
Okay, so if you click share screen, what are you currently seeing?
I'm getting a whiteboard and a universal access authentication warning, I guess.
No other files, no other PPT, none, whatever you want to share, that's not visible.
No, sir, it is not showing that.
Interesting. We're using a laptop, right? Windows laptop.
No, it's a Mac, sir.
Oh, Mac. Then I'm also using a Mac. I don't know. You have a PPT or something like that you want to show our website?
Maybe the website. I can show you the website. It is not actually fully. Okay. Maybe I can show you other times. I can show you the actual photos of those websites. I can screenshot the website pages and can show you. So that is the website we are working on, where we are getting. It's an interactive website. It is actually for telecallercy, and where because of this COVID situation, maybe many people are going towards a telemedicine site where they interact with the doctors from their home. So what we are doing is actually making an interactive website where doctors consult with the patient via this same as like Zoom meeting or some text files where they can actually like upload their data. And we are doing actually working on a deep learning method. So like if the patient uploads their data, the deep learning method actually like it automatically what to say, process the data and should produce a result. If they have given their ECG signal or PPG signal, it should it should process and should say what is actually the disease. What should be given as a report. Like if the patient has some, let's say,
Yes.
tachycardia, the ECG should signal should be processed, and so the output should be saying the patient is having such condition. That is what we are working on.
I see. So just give me 1 second. I think
What? And
1 second, 1 second. So I think just everyone interested about medical imaging, I think I have assembled. So let's just address them a bit. Okay. So